Good morning. Happy Eclipse Day. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, skip ahead a few minutes. I'm waiting on everybody to get on. I'm just actually going to need that. Excuse me. Maybe. Good morning, everybody. I'll move this to the side for just a second. Are y'all ready for the eclipse? Good morning, Miss Tara. Is everybody ready for life to start changing? Good morning. Hello, hello. Let me look this up a little bit because I can't see the comments. I'm doing great. Thank you, Elaine. You ready, Molly? Good. We're going to talk about the eclipse and what we need to be doing today. I will be, excuse me, I will be live during the eclipse. So if you're not in the path of the totality, then you can come watch it on my live. It'll be on TikTok, you guys. Instagram, you're going to have to go to my TikTok to watch the live. Sorry. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. It was great. My weekend was a lot of fun, actually. I had a great gig. Had to sing overtime, which is weird to say, but it was fun. Okay, so if you're new here, welcome. We do this every Monday and Friday. We get the energy of the week and then the weekend. So on Mondays, we look at Monday through Thursday. Fridays, we look at Friday through Sunday. Since we have the eclipse today, like I said, I will be live during the eclipse just so y'all can experience it with me if you're not in the path of totality. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Look, my feet were fine in those shoes until they asked for overtime. The overtime killed it. My feet were hurting so bad. Go to TikTok later. So I'll be on around noonish on TikTok. Just like I said, to hang out. I'll be outside. I'll show y'all everything that happens. And it'll be fun. You're in Dallas, and yay, good. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna resonate, we're gonna balance, we're gonna really get our our heart chakra, not root chakra, we do that on Fridays, our heart chakra in alignment. We're gonna get it on a high vibration. That way, whenever we're going through the weekend, golly, I can't even speak. When we're going through the week, we're in alignment. We're in a much more balanced state, okay? Because what we need to be focusing on during this eclipse is love. You don't need to do any rituals. Do not put your crystals out. Do not make moon water. Don't do anything except for ground yourself, focus on love, and just surrender, okay? There's nothing to fear. We're all going to be okay. This is about transformation. This is energy that is helping us to move forward. Don't fight it. Don't be afraid, okay? Because if you live in fear, you're going to experience fear, right? So like I said, I'll be back on during the eclipse so you can see what happens as it gets dark because I am in the path of totality. I'll experience a 2.5 minutes worth. So yeah, it'll be fun. Okay, so let's do the heart chakra. We're going to get our blessing, and then you're going to pick the deck that we use, okay? So here we go. All you do during the bowl singing is just breathe. Just relax, okay? Practice your surrender. Here we go. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Just breathe. It's still going. Just breathe. Now everybody take one collective deep breath in. Pick up everything in your lungs. Pick up all the heaviness, all the anxiety. Now blow it out. And we're just getting rid of it, okay? You can do that breath work anytime. Anytime, okay? It's really good for the lungs, especially if you're a shallow breather like I am. It's good to do that. Okay, so like I said, we're going to get our fairy blessing, and then y'all are going to pick the deck that we use, and then we're going to get into it. You're in the path as well? Nice. Yeah, I'm interested because I remember friends going to see it last time in 2017, and it was pretty cool. So, okay, so what is our blessing for this week? What is our blessing for this week? What do we need to know? This is our fairy blessing. Ooh, a blessing of a light touch. So what does that mean? So a blessing of a light touch, it's number 42. This is about getting those little inklings. This is about those little knowings. This is about those little nudges, okay? This is why I said during this eclipse, during Mercury retrograde, we don't want to ever force anything. We want to just go with the flow. We want to surrender to the universe. And when you get these little inklings on, oh, now's a good time to act, or you might want to try this, or how do you think about that? Those are the light touches. Those are those little inklings that are trying to nudge you forward. But if you constantly have your focus on the external world, if you're constantly on social media or in drama and things like that, you're not going to get it, okay? You're not going to hear it because you're too focused on things that are pulling you away from that. And that's why most people don't survive their awakening journey. I'm not saying don't survive, but you know what I'm saying? They don't get very far because they allow themselves to get sucked in. So you see, we had over 100-something people. Now we have 81 because they want the instant gratification of yes or no readings. I'm looking at TikTok, Instagram. They want the instant gratification. They can't sit long enough to hear a real message. Well, if you sit here and you hear the message, then you are already way ahead of the game. Okay? I don't get paid for you listening to this message. I do this because I love you guys and I want you to hear what's going to help you to move forward. Okay? So this is for your benefit and mine too. Like, I like these readings as well. So listen to those little inklings. Surrender. Just go with the flow. Ground your energy. Yeah, today is a good day for meditation and stillness. Yes. Thank you, thank you. Be a willow tree. Yes, I love that. I actually have a card in the deck that I'm going to show y'all that has a willow tree in it. Okay, so deck number 1, y'all are going to pick the deck that I use. Deck number 1, the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Okay, this is the one that in the major arcana and some of the minor arcana too, it has masculine and feminine cards. So it has extra cards. And this one is the Akashic Tarot. This is similar to tarot, but different. I feel like this one is like a oracle and tarot deck mixed. That's what it feels like to me. So y'all choose deck 1 or deck 2. Tell me in the comments and y'all help me keep count. You're taking willow flower essence. Nice. 1 or 2. Come on, Instagram. What do y'all want me to use? Okay, 2's really getting it. Twos are killing it on Instagram. For the most part on TikTok, but there's some 1s jumping in. Y'all help me, let me know the totals. So deck 1, deck 2, camera 1, camera 2. I think 2s have it, y'all. Yeah. Oops, hang on, Denise, it hid your comment. Yeah, please only vote once. Yes, thank you. People are trying to keep count. 2 wins on Instagram? Okay, I think 2 has it on TikTok as well. All right, let's do it. So again, we have the eclipse today. Do not be afraid. Don't listen to the fear mongers about don't look at the eclipse. It's so silly. You can look at the eclipse, you guys. We just don't want to work with that energy, okay? This is a time to be in surrender. This is not a time to be in fear. Fear gets you nowhere, okay? anything that, any religion, any spiritual belief, anything that incites fear, you want to move away from, okay? You don't want to deal with that. Anything that guides you in the wrong direction, like I had somebody who called themselves a manifestation coach in my comments on TikTok, and they were trying to tell people that they're going to be manifesting during this eclipse, and I'm like, see, this is why you need to not listen to everybody that calls themselves a manifestation coach, a financial coach, whatever, because you don't want to manifest during the eclipse because the energy is too erratic. It is not smooth. This is why you want to surrender and just go with the flow, because you want to be like the float on the waves, okay? Some are selling glasses for $5 a piece. Oh gosh. I got me and my boys some glasses off of Amazon and they were cheap. Just make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, sorry y'all. It hides your comments. I don't know. Do you really need the glasses? Yes, yes, yes. If you're going to look up, yes, you need the glasses, you guys. Do not burn your retinas, please. Okay? Do not burn your retinas. You can be outside without them, but do not dare look up without the glasses, because you can permanently damage your eyes. Let's see. I agree, Jamie. In Hinduism, we avoid as it increases tantric energies. Also, the positive energies and divine energies flow are shut down, hence we retreat in it. And that's fine. It's just, don't, like, there's a lot of people doing it in fear. They're like, shut your blinds, shut your windows. It's like, do you really think the energy is not going to come through your house? It does. This is why in a full moon, you feel emotional and everything, but you're not standing out underneath it. You're in your home, right? It's still going to affect you. It's just you don't want to, like, worship it. You don't want to work with it. You don't want to do that. You just want to observe and flow, okay? Yes, and take care of your pets too. You can keep them inside if you want. What is my favorite deck? Oh gosh. Probably the Light Seers, because it was one of my OG decks. I love the imagery on it and everything. But let's get into this week. Let's see what we need to know. I'm going to pull a card for each day, Monday through Thursday, and then on Friday I'll pull cards from Friday through Sunday. All right, what do we need to know this week? What is coming up for us this week? Okay, for today, we have the increscent moon. Isn't that funny? The cards know. And look, 6 of keys, okay? So 6 is all about harmony. It's about love. It's about balance, okay? And when we have the increscent moon, this is talking about blessings, okay? This is healing blessings that are coming your way. All right. Hi, Mom. Thought you were on vacation. She still pops on the live. Good morning, Mom, or whatever time it is there. Anyways, the increscent moon talks about all the work that you have been doing is going to be blessed. You're going to be bringing about blessings if you're doing the work. If you're not and you're expecting it to fall into your lap, then it's not going to happen, right? But how funny and fitting is it that we have the moon showing up today? Okay? The eclipse is happening at the 19th degree, which is a Libra degree. There we go, balance and harmony. You know, every time I see the number 6, Jamie, I think of Libra. It gives me Libra vibes. Oh, you missed your mom? Well, you can say hi to my mom. She's on Instagram. Okay, so let's look at tomorrow, Tuesday. We have the Akashic Field, one of forces in reverse, okay? Now, we're still going to be feeling the energy of the eclipse for a few days, right? So when we have the Akashic Field, the one of forces in reverse, this indicates a feeling of scattered energy. Remember, we are supposed to be riding the wave. We are the float on top of the wave. We're just surrendering and we're just going with the flow this week, okay? Because the Akashic Field in reverse means the energy is erratic. The energy is kind of all over the place. So again, we're not trying to manifest. We're not trying to do anything major with the energy of the eclipse. So just ride the waves. This is telling you that you're receiving harmonious energy in a different way. What it's doing is it's pushing you towards that healing. It's nudging you, because this is in Aries, right? In Vedic, it's in Pisces, but in Western astrology, it's in Aries. This is about the I am. This is pushing you towards healing yourself, discovering yourself, and what it is that you would like to experience in life, okay? Then we have this energy on Tuesday going, right? And you're like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. What are you going to do? You're going to ride the wave. You're not going to run back to old ways of doing things. You cannot have a new life if you're doing it the same way you did in the past, okay? So let's look at Wednesday. Wednesday, we have initiation, excuse me, in reverse. It says initiation in the Count Saint Germain. So we have number 14. This is a major arcana in reverse. Now, I want to read this to you because it gives you great insight. Give me 1 second. I like this deck because it's kind of like that oracle deck that I have that I love to read to y'all from. But I do want to read this to you. So it says, the time of your initiation has been upon you, but you are holding on to old ways. See, this is why I wanted to read this. You're holding on to old ways and are resistant to the wonderful changes at hand. The old things and relationships that keep your energy low are not your safety net, but rather the opposite. They keep your mind, they keep you mirrored in the difficulties. Even if the lower energy people and things keeping you down are gone, you may be stuck on their loss or just afraid to move on to something new. Whatever is keeping you from pursuing your highest evolution must be confronted. Don't block your movement to a higher utilization of force and mind. With it, you can change your life and the very face of the world. See? The cards know, you guys. This is why I wanted to read this, because this tells you you're going to go through shifts. You are the only one that can block it because you're hanging on to things and people and experiences from the past. Now's the time to be like, you know what? I'm doing a reset. I'm done. I'm ready just to move forward. I don't want any of that shit anymore. And when you come across an experience in life, you ask yourself, how can I handle this? How can I respond in a new way? What I heard somebody say just this morning, they were talking about self-love. It was on a podcast. They were talking about self-love, and the guy goes, well, how do you do self-love? You know, how do you feel self-love when you've never experienced that before? And she says, what do you think it feels like? What do you think self-love feels like? Like, what would that look like to you if you loved yourself? What is that image right here? That's what it is. Okay? You immediately raised your vibration as soon as you started thinking about that. Okay? So if you don't know what something feels like, imagine what it would feel like to you. Okay? If you can't imagine, right? If you have aphantasia or whatever it's called, if you can't imagine, then you use your other senses. Okay? Write it down. Something. Use something. One of your strongest senses, use that to pull yourself into that energy, okay? So if you don't know what it feels like to be rich, imagine, what would it feel like to be rich? Like, what would it feel like to love myself? What would it feel like to be healthy and strong and just feel good? What would it feel like to be emotionally stable, okay? You want to focus more on the internal feelings more than what would it feel like to have this, okay? Because you need to start here, and then that just ripples out outwardly, okay? Money is a byproduct, things are a byproduct, relationships are a byproduct. You want to start with, how does it feel in here to love myself? How does it feel in here to have peace? And then you let yourself sit in that energy for a second, or longer if you can. Because like if you're in chaos and you want to meditate, but you can't meditate because your mind's going crazy, right? Mine does. ADHD to the max. My mind's always going. So anyways, if you're trying to meditate and it's just chaos, you like, imagine, what would it feel like if I were to feel peace right now? And then you can keep asking yourself that question. What would it feel like if I were to feel peace right now? And you're constantly resetting your brain to stop. What would that feel like? And then that's where you get into that vibration. Okay? Let's look at Thursday right quick. Thursday, we have up in the air, but in reverse. This is another major arcana. This is better in reverse. Okay? So what this is stating is that whatever used to be up here, whatever hasn't manifest, will be brought down to earth, will be made manifest, okay? If there's something that you have been waiting on or something that you never thought was going to happen, here it comes, okay? Now, this is going to be positive or negative for you. Depends on where your mindset is, depends on where you are resonating from, okay? Because if you're in alignment with negativity, that is exactly what you're going to get. If you're in alignment with happiness and peace and abundance and love and all those things, that's what you're going to get. Because you guys have to understand frequency, okay? High vibration is love, peace, harmony, right? Low vibration is negativity, toxicity, it's all this, right? Neither one can exist in the same realm because they're on different frequencies, right? They have to float together. So if you're down here and all of this and you're expecting that something wonderful is going to come in, it's not going to come in until you match that vibration. Does that make sense? Hang on, let me read this real quick. I love all y'all's comments. Y'all are awesome. What makes us not love ourselves? We believe other people's perspective. Let's see. Girl, Jamie, me too. I'm a daydreamer like crazy. I can daydream so vividly that it like feels like it's real. So let's look at the bottom of the deck. So we have the Six of Keys, the One of Forces in reverse, the Initiation in reverse, and Up in Air in reverse. Now again, just because something is in reverse does not mean that it's negative, okay? Like the Up in the Air is not negative when it's in reverse. It's more perceived negative when it's direct because it means that something has not yet come to fruition. Well, when it's in reverse, it's telling you things are coming to fruition. You're going to start seeing, I mean, this is a major arcana. We have two major arcana next to each other on Wednesday and Thursday. Remember how I said this energy of the eclipse is going to last for a while, okay? So you can imagine things are going to be shifting. We're going to be riding these waves for quite some time now. And this is all meant to like bring us naturally to, it's like the Six of Swords in tarot. The Six of Swords is all about taking you to a more abundant and peaceful landscape. This is what we're doing here, okay? We're going to ride those waves, and we're just going to observe the waves. We're going to observe what's going on outwardly. Like, you see Hollywood is crumbling. You see the government is being exposed. You see all of these things happening. Well, that can easily throw you into a fear mindset. But what you need to understand is those things have to be exposed in order for us to move away from it. Because you're not going to move away from something that you're not aware of, right? Get it? So we have the Path Unknown, the Eight of Scrolls in reverse. So when we have the Path Unknown, you see this person is standing there and they're contemplating, okay? They're wondering, they're like, I don't know, I'm scared. This is something that I'm not used to. I don't know what's going to happen down there. But if I stay right here, I know what's going to happen. You're never going to get anywhere if you believe that, okay? So when this is in reverse, this is telling, I've got goosebumps. This is telling you, take the path unknown. This is pushing you along that path. Remember, we have the blessing of a light touch. You're going to get these nudges, these knowings. It's just going to be like this little light voice in your head. It's not going to come screaming at you, okay? This is why you have to listen and pay attention. It's not going to come screaming. It's going to be just this little inkling of a knowing. You know how when you're doing something and you have this quick thought, but you don't listen to it, and then something happens and you're like, damn it, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. I should have listened. That's those little inklings that you want to listen to, okay? Because it's nudging you on this path unknown. This is taking us, the eclipse is taking us in a whole different direction. And it's number 8. It's the 8 of Scrolls. Well, the scrolls are information. It's kind of like the swords in tarot, okay? So the 8 of Scrolls is accessing this like the Akashic records, okay? That's why it's called the Akashic Tarot. So 8 is karmic energy. 8 is, that flowy energy. 8 is financial prosperity. It's all of the good energy as long as you go with the flow, okay? As long as you take the path unknown. You do things differently. That's how you're going to experience new things. And yes, we are in an 8 year. Absolutely. Okay? Is this making sense? I hope it's motivating you because, again, we are creatures of habit. We really are creatures of habit. And this is what the toxic people of the world bet on. Okay? They know that we are creatures of habit, and they'll show something and then we'll forget about it because we go right back to our habits. So if you get out of your habits that are keeping you like this and you open up to like everything and you just become aware and you observe, then you start making different decisions. And it's not like a decision is good or bad. It just is. It's just taking you to an experience. So either the decision you're going to make is going to be the same shit, different day that you've been doing for years, or you're going to try something else. It might feel a little uncomfortable at first, but it's going to get you to a whole different experience. Okay? It can open doors for you. Trust me on that. Been there, done that. My life has done a complete 180 because I decided to do things differently. I really decided to stop giving a shit and to focus on me. Really. I mean, that's honest. Let's see. Infinity, yeah. Yeah, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Absolutely. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's get some Oracle. See what else we need to know. Y'all know I have to use this Oracle deck. So if you're new here, we have quite a few people on TikTok right now. If you're new here, I do this every Monday and Friday. We go through the tarot. We go through the week. You can ask questions about numerology, tarot, spirituality, all the things. Just where we come to connect. If you're wanting to learn how to read tarot, go to the link in my bio. It's at the very top. It says Tarot Testers, and you can take my self-paced tarot module as I'm building it, okay? Once it's completely built, then it's the full price, just letting you know. I appreciate that. I felt calm with the eclipse. Things that would have triggered me hasn't. I feel peace. Good. That's what you want. That's what you want. You want to ground your energy and just go with the flow. I like that. Eclipses are like a cosmic chiropractor, adjusting here, tweaking there, all meant to get you back into alignment. That's perfect, Jamie. I love that analogy. That's good. You know, it's funny because I always say that about Reiki. When we do our Reiki sessions, right, our collective Reiki sessions, anytime anybody asks me, well, what is Reiki? I'm like, it's like an energetic chiropractor. I'm helping you get back into alignment. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know this week? We have number 23. Look at that. All tied up. Now, 2 is all about decisions, okay? It's about duality. It's about balance, and it can be within relationships as well. 3 is the expression of these decisions, okay? So if you're feeling all tied up, that means you're feeling stuck, right? Remember how I said fear does not help you at all. Fear keeps you in one spot. But that's the decision to have more faith and more trust and fear than you do in anything else, than you do in the divine or yourself, whatever, okay, whatever you choose to believe in. So when we add those together, it's 5. 5 is about change. 5 is a pivotal point. 5 is like the tipping point between ego and fear and trust and spirituality or enlightenment. Okay, so this is telling you that you have to decide to change this. You are the only one keeping you all tied up. And this is to help you break those binds that tie, okay? And you know what's interesting too is I just noticed as I was shuffling, we have the Eight of Scrolls in reverse here. This is talking about taking that path unknown, okay? Here it's contemplating, here it's taking the path unknown. Well, here we have up in the air, that's 1, 8, okay? 1, initiation, creation. 8 is here it comes, that karmic energy. We're in the karmic year 8, which means all the work that you've been doing the past several years is leading up to this moment, and you're going to essentially reap what you sow, okay? So this is why it's really important to do things with integrity. Just letting you know. You needed to hear that? Good, I'm glad you're here. I'm in the Tarot Testers, and it's fabulous module. So much info available. Good. Thank you so much, Krista. Let's see. Is anyone else having such negative thoughts about everything out of character? I mean, some might, but you want to really explore those negative thoughts and find out where they're coming from. Are they fear-based? Are they, you know, from other people that you have just absorbed? Like, what's going on? Why are you having these negative thoughts? Is it something trying to pull you away from that old way of thinking? Thank you, Jamie. I got this tank top on TikTok Shop. It's a bodysuit, and it comes 3 to a pack. Worth it. That's all I'm going to say, because it feels good. It holds you in right here. Worth it. Let's see. What else do we need to know about this week? Look at that. We have coffin. Remember, this is all about moving away from things that are not serving your highest good. This is like done, done, and done. You decide, you initiate these endings, okay? You decide that what is finished, okay? And, you know, like I said, in Vedic astrology, it's the sign of Pisces that the eclipse is in. And in that aspect, it would be like things were coming to an end, okay? We're ending this big cycle. In Aries and Western astrology, it's like you're coming to the I am, okay? Coming to this realization of the old me, the old way of doing things needs to die off. The old way cannot come into the new way. Make sense? Yeah, death and rebirth, yep. Yeah, I'm in Central Standard Time, so I'll be live around noonish Central Standard Time. Because I think it's like 1:20 or so that it'll be completely blocked. I mean, it's a little cloudy today. I'm hoping that doesn't stick around. We'll see. Oh, I need to shuffle these the right way. I'm in Texas. Driving back from DC, there's a dude selling Eclipse glasses on the side of the road. Almost caused a car, I'm assuming, wreck. Wow. You can be outside during the eclipse. Just ground your energy. We don't fear-monger here. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Ooh, look, we have Spark, number 34. Okay? So let's read what that says, okay? I like to read the oracle cards, if you're new here and didn't know that. Okay, so Spark, you are a clear channel for divine creativity. There is a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating it. This is a perfect time to give birth to an idea, to start a new relationship. And it's not a good time to start a new relationship, okay? This is about going with the flow and listening to those, where are they at? The blessing of the light touch, those new ideas. You're going to have new ideas and new revelations spark within you, okay? Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn to a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity. So this is talking about that spark, that knowing, that it's kind of like that massive shift, like it's that awakening, that aha moment of, oh, this is what I should be doing. Because remember, we're in this energy of I am, right? And you're going to have these revelations of who are you? How do you want to be presented to the world? Aries is a cardinal sign. It's the one that's like the go-getter. It's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to pave the way. So you might have these divine revelations, especially Wednesday and Thursday. Today as well, too. But you might have these divine revelations come in and you're like, oh my God, why have I been doing it this way for so long? This has been back-asswards. I'm going to start doing it this way. And that's where you're going to find that life takes a dramatic turn for the better. Thank you, Heather. Okay, so it is 1:40. Okay, I was thinking 1:20. So, okay. So maybe I'll be on at like 1-ish. I don't want to sit on there for 2 hours. Let's see. What else? What else do we need to know? Time capsule. I love it. It's number 11. It says, time capsule, I have the confidence to be myself. So when we think about a time capsule, what is that, right? It's things that we put into a box or whatever, and we keep it for a later date. We keep it to refer back onto, we keep it to refer back to at a later date, to remember different times, right? This is number 11. It's a very spiritual, psychic type of energy. It's the philosopher, right? It's the divine gateway. So you think of a time capsule, you think of all of the things that you wanted to be, that you wanted to experience in life as a child, right? We all have like, I want to be this when I grow up. I want to experience this. I want to have that, da, 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 da. And then as we go through life, it takes us further and further away from that. I watched a video the other day, broke my heart, but it was so true. This guy, I do not know his name, incredibly intelligent. He's well known in the spiritual and scientific communities, I feel like, but I cannot remember his name. Anyways, he was telling the interviewer, he was saying, if I had it to do over again, I would not do my life the same way. Like all the accomplishments that he's achieved, everything, all the wisdom and everything, he goes, I wouldn't do it the same way. And the guy's like, whoa. And he said, well, he's like, I always think about the book Winnie the Pooh. And he said, the ending always breaks my heart because at the end, Christopher Robin has to go off to school and he knows he has to tell Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and all of them that he can't play with them anymore because he has to go off to school. And that's symbology, or that's symbolic of us when we go off and we start going to school, there starts the programming. And it takes us away from our true essence. It takes us away from our creativity. It takes us away from our connection. And we are sad about that. We mourn that for years, right? And it's when we look back on life and we're like, God, I wish I would have done that. I wish that I still had that spark. I wish that I had this and this and that. Well, that's what's in this time capsule. All of those things that you packed away as a child and you left because you felt like you had to go this direction. Now it's time to revisit that. Now it's time to open that and realize this is who I truly am. This is the true essence of me. I want to connect to my creativity. I want to connect to my joy. I want to connect to my laughter. I want to connect to my spark. Okay? Okay. I don't know how to say that name. Gaber Mate? I know I butchered it. I'm sorry. But does that make sense, you guys? When he said that, I immediately got it, because I was just like, because for him, he works so hard. I think he's a doctor or something. He works so hard to study, to accomplish, to do all these things, which, I mean, is great. There's nothing negative in that, but he knows that it took him away from just existing and experiencing life and spending time with the people that he loved, because he was working and studying so much. He missed out on a lot, he feels like. And that's one thing that really sparked me in my life was I never want to have regrets. I want to fully experience everything that I can in life, because I don't want to go to the 9 to 5. This is me personally. You can feel differently. Some people love the 9 to 5, okay? I could not do it. I was like, I cannot do the 9 to 5, because it's just you're existing just to get to the next day. Right? Everybody's living for the weekend. Everybody's living for that little blip of time they can go on vacation. You know? My life pretty much is like a full vacation, because I decide what I do, right? I own my own business. Yes, I have to put a lot of work into it, but it's because I love it. It's my passion. So for you, you might examine your life this week and be like, you know, this really isn't anything that I wanted to experience in my life. How can I start adjusting? How can I start making different decisions? How can I pivot and open that time capsule and pull back into that energy, or pull that energy back into me? How can I find my joy? How can I find my creativity? How can I find my passion? How can I find my health? Right? A lot of us are not healthy. So, I don't know. It just sparked something within me, because I was just like, dude, I totally get it. Okay, he's a doctor who grew up post-Holocaust and talks about trauma and how it affects us throughout our lives. Yeah, he's so smart. Projectors have a hard time with 9 to 5 jobs. Yep, I realized that. As soon as I learned I was a projector, I was like, God, it makes so much sense. Oh. I repressed my spiritual talents, and now I'm 40, barely trying to get them. It's okay, all in due time. 40, when you hit 40 years old, that is a major pivotal moment in your life. There's something about hitting 40, okay, because 4 is about stability. It's looking at all the details of life. And then 0 kind of like is like the Fool. It's like that anything is possible now. Like I've come here, I've gotten here so far. Now I want to experience everything else. I want to go in a different direction. It's not a 5, but it's, I don't know, it's just an awareness that opens up. So let's get some more. Let's do this one. I don't want to run out of time on Instagram. Elaborate on projector. If you're a projector, you're meant to be essentially like a lifelong student, okay? We are meant to consume information and then be guides. We are observers, really. We're observers. And when people come to us, we pull out all the information that we've collected and we use it to help them. Projectors are meant to, we don't have our own, I see 2 red-breasted birds in that tree, and they've been flying around here a lot, and I don't know what kind of birds they are. Sorry, squirrel. What was I saying? Projectors, we don't create our own energy, okay? So we only have sparks of energy. When we have that spark of energy, that's when we're supposed to act. That's when we're supposed to create or guide. It might be a robin, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, go look on YouTube, or you can get the Human Design book. Fascinating. Look at that. We have music number 28. What is music? It's frequency. Okay, this is why I always tell everybody, be careful what you're listening to. Okay, but when we look at this, she's in harmony. She's resonating with I was gonna say frequency and vibration together. She's resonating with the vibration of the music. She's in the flow. She's enjoying. You know how some songs give you goosebumps? Because it has just lifted your vibration, or you're resonating with that frequency, okay? Music is also math. If you didn't know that, it's a mathematical equation. So here we have 2, all about balance, right? And 8, being in that flow of energy, okay? And when we add them together, it becomes 10. What is 10? 10 is the result after completion. It is that pivotal moment. It is that, like, it's kind of like you go up here, finish an experience, and then we're going into the new one, okay? So 10 is like that energy at the top. We're going into this new thing. Think of like a seesaw, right? You have the fulcrum here. That's like 9, and then 10 leads us into the new experience, okay? Because it's 1 and 0. If I could do my hands right. So listen to, and you look at the moon back there, right? See the moon? But anyways, you want to listen to music that is in a positive frequency, a high vibrational frequency, okay? Look at the different hertz and really listen to the music that you're listening to on the radio, and think about how it evokes an emotion, okay? It evokes an emotion, and when something is repeated over and over and over in your mind, you're going to start creating those neural pathways. This is why if you're listening to negative or toxic or chaotic music, your life becomes negative, toxic, and chaotic, because it has created new neural pathways into your brain, and you're now resonating on that frequency. I had a lot of people get pissed off at me when I made a video last year or the year before about not listening to any type of, I don't care if it's country, pop, hip hop, rock, doesn't matter. You don't want to listen to any of that while you're doing your spiritual practices. And you really want to limit listening to that music anyways, because it's such at a negative vibration. It's just ingrains itself into you. So you want to be very careful. You want to listen to high frequency type of music, classical music, meditation music, binaural beats, things like that. Let's get into the money deck right quick. It's funny that you show up, Domingo, when I pull that card. I was feeling a bit something yesterday. I got my bowls out. Oh, nice, Denise. You've had music that made you cry. Yeah, it evokes an emotion. Christian music, I mean, it's up to you. I'm not a Christian. I don't particularly resonate with Christian music. I like the music, but I don't resonate with the lyrics. Because for me, as somebody who's not a Christian, it talks a lot about not being worthy and kind of like putting yourself down in order to lift another being up. I feel like we should all be one, right? We're all part of that energy. So it's up to you on what you want to listen to. I know you believe Christian music is perfect because you're a Christian. All right, let's see what else. I love the music itself. Like I said, I just don't like the lyrics. Around 40, you begin your natal Pluto square and Uranus opposition. See, Jamie, I knew there was a reason. Thank you. All right, what do we need to know? What is our money message this week? What is our money message this week? Look, we have unstable energy. Now, did that just put you in fear? If I say unstable, does that put you in fear? It shouldn't, because remember, this week we're riding the wave, okay? So let's read it. There's 3 ways to resonate here. It says, there have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances. Ask yourself why. What can you do differently to keep it more consistent, okay? Are you pushing out more than's coming in? Number 2, money coming in fast and going out just as quickly. Why? Okay? What are you spending your money on and why? Is it to get a high? Is it because you're feeling lack somewhere else, so you're buying something to fulfill yourself? You gotta really pay attention to yourself, you guys. Self-awareness is the only thing that's going to get you through this awakening, okay? Number 3, fast changes regarding money or unexpected turn of finances. If you go to negativity, when I say that, then you're in a negative vibration. You're in a low vibration. You're not resonating with abundance. Let me read that again, because you're going to see how you can automatically go to negative, or if you're in alignment, you're going to automatically go to the high vibration. So it says, fast changes regarding money or unexpected turn of finances. That doesn't have to be negative, right? It can be positive. Think about that. Fast changes regarding money. You can all of a sudden get a new job. You can get a new opportunity. You can succeed in your business, right? And it says, fast changes regarding money or finances or unexpected turn of finances. That can mean you're in lack and all of a sudden, here comes, if I can pull the card up, here comes that manifestation, okay? What once was up in the air, could be a decision on a new job, an opportunity, or just a manifestation, all of a sudden it comes down, okay? It is made real, all right? So that's how you have to check yourself. If you find out, if you really pay attention to your thoughts, you would realize just how negative you are. I had to do it. Still have to do it, because we're surrounded by negativity, okay? Yes, new things come to you. Good. I'll be getting funds all over the place. Yep. Money can come to you from so many different avenues. Don't just see it as money can only come to me from my job. Money can only come to me from my business. Money can come to you from many different places, okay? It could be in the fact of you get something for free. You didn't essentially get money, but you got that thing for free. So you didn't even need money, right? Money is just a tool, okay? You just bought your first tarot deck. Any advice? You need to properly learn. You can go to the link in my bio and learn how to read it. I'm taking everybody through their self-paced journey. I was going to say lessons, but journey on how to read tarot. So yeah, go to the link in my bio. It's right there at the top. It says Tarot Testers because everybody's testing out my new module. Yeah, gift cards are money. Free gifts are money. Yeah, exactly. Exchanging things, exchanging services is money. All the things. Look, we got this again. Discernment. Okay, it's number 10. Remember, we were just talking about 10. Discernment means you decide. Use your discernment. That means look at it for what it is, and you make the decision that is right for you. Okay? Oops, hang on. Any advice for the eclipse? Yeah, we've been talking about it this whole time. Just ground your energy and surrender. Don't work with the energy. Don't charge your crystals. Don't try to make moon water. Don't try to manifest. Just ride the waves, okay? So, anyways, we have discernment, number 10. This is about you deciding where you're going from here. You decide what you need to move away from, and you decide what you want to get into, okay? You follow that intuition. This is where you feel that intuition, that gut feeling, okay? It's called your solar plexus. Let's do this one and see. Oh, you caught my live? Woo! We've been on for a while, but I'll be back on, you guys. Like I said, I was saying noon, but since the eclipse is like at 1:40, I'm hoping these clouds burn off by then because it just got a little dark. I'll probably be on around 1 Central Standard Time. Okay. What else do we need to know this week? And if you missed the beginning of the reading, I post it on my YouTube so you can watch it over again. You can watch the replay. Oops, let's see what else. We have hands, number 15. So what do our hands do? They create. They also hold things. They can be constructive or destructive, right? Our hands also are energy portals. This is what we use in Reiki. So what is it that you're using your hands for? So it's number 15. That's 1 and 5, right? We create change. And then we bring it together as 6. 6, again, is harmony. It's love, okay? It's that tipping point into the spiritual side of numerology, right? So you can decide what you are creating in your own life. Is it chaos? Everything's just kind of all mumbo jumbo? Or are you bringing things to a more harmonious place? Because 6 is repeating here in some of these cards. 6 and 10, 8, okay? So this is all energy just meant to move us. Do not be afraid of it. What time is it? 10:26 this time. Normally it's 10:23. We're doing things differently. You know what's funny is I think, you guys, honestly, I know it's going to sound crazy. I think I did another timeline shift because I'm very observant, especially around the things in my home. My Venus is in Virgo, so I'm very particular about things in my home, right? And in my bathroom, you know, the plate that goes for your light switches, there's a screw missing. There has never been a screw missing. And I'm like, where did that come from? Like, how did that happen? There's no screw on the floor. Nothing has happened. And I'm like, am I in a different timeline? And then this morning, there's something going on with the drain. I rent this house. I haven't been here for a year yet. There's something going on with the drain system. And the sink was leaking all of a sudden. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, because I have a contractor coming out to fix another leak. And all of a sudden this morning, it's not leaking. The towels that I had there were dry. We timeline shift all the time, you guys. It's all in what you want, okay? What you decide, what you resonate with. Remember how I said, you can't expect to get things up here when you're down here in this chaotic energy, right? We have to raise it up, and then we can float together. Happens to you all the time? Yeah, we timeline shift all the time, and it's when you start to notice different things like that, that's when you know that that you're in a different timeline. You need the Rebel deck? Okay, I'll grab it. You're new to my live? I do these every Monday and Friday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So on Mondays, I look at the energy from Monday through Thursday, and then on Fridays, I look at Friday through Sunday. And this is real tarot. This is like real talk, and I show you how to read the cards differently, how to see it in a, a roundabout way from different aspects, because everybody's different, right? We do that in these general collective readings. All right, let's do the Rebel deck. What do we need to know about this week? And if you don't know what the Rebel deck is, it's got an attitude, and I love it. It's your favorite? Nice. It's one of my favorites too. All right, what do we need to know about this week? What is our advice? Oh, shit. Nope, not that. That was too many. Calm down. I was fixing to cut it, but I guess it wasn't ready. What's our advice for this week? It says you need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. So what is yoga? Yoga is energy movement. It's energy flow. Oh, I have a minute left on Instagram. If you're just joining on Instagram, I'll post this on YouTube in just a little bit so you can watch the whole thing. And I'll be on TikTok Live at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time if you want to come hang out during the eclipse. But anyways, yoga is energy movement, okay? It's getting the energy to flow through your body. It's not really supposed to be exercise. It's to help you with the flow. It's like dancing. Okay, people love to dance because we're moving the energy through our body. I've talked about this before where when women go through a bad breakup, they want to go out dancing. Why? Because they need to move that energy through and they don't even realize it. Okay, so many things that we do that we don't realize why. And it's just a natural thing for us. Like dogs, they shake that energy out. You can do the same thing. You can shake and get that energy out. That's why you have the shivers too sometimes. So bye Instagram. Y'all are fixing to turn off automatically in 10 seconds. So I will be on TikTok, like I said, at 1 p.m. If otherwise, Friday morning, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Some forms are also active meditation. Yes, I like that too. Qigong. See, y'all are so smart. Y'all know all this stuff. We just need to be here to talk about it, right? Look at this one, next one. You're giving your power away. Or sorry, you're giving away your power. You're a badass. Act like it. Remember how we were talking about just a little bit ago, what does it feel like to love yourself? Well, imagine what it would feel like. If you don't know what it feels like, imagine what it would feel like. You know, describe it. If you have aphantasia and you can't imagine, then describe what it would feel like or what it would be like to love yourself. What decisions would you make? How would you do things differently from now on if you actually loved yourself instead of punished yourself daily? We do that. We procrastinate because we are punishing ourselves in one way or the other. Sometimes it's just overstimulation. I do that. But we like put off things that we know are going to bring us success or know are going to bring us a whole new experience because it scares us. Because we're like, well, I don't deserve that, or that's not going to work out for me. We already like make up our mind that we're going to be punished or we're going to suffer. Change it. You're allowed to be successful. You're allowed to love yourself. You're allowed to have new experiences. And if anybody says otherwise, nope, move away. Okay? So I hope you all have a wonderful week. Like I said, I'll be back on here at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time to go through the eclipse with y'all, and hopefully the clouds move. But yeah, have a wonderful week. If you need anything else, the link is in my bio. For those of you wanting to learn tarot, you need to do it now, or when I'm done, like I said, it goes to the full price, okay? Mwah. I love you all, and I'll see you later. If I can get this off.